It's the off season. We're looking at a lot of workout clips for a lot of these NFL veterans during the off season as they prep for training camp, mini camp for the NFL season. Some of these players occurred injuries and they're trying to come back, make it back into the league. Today we are looking at Cam Akers coming back from a second Achilles tear. He's back to working out. We're going to take a look at him plus talk some ball. I got two quick clips of him working out. We're going to go over those and talk about him real quick. But before we do, you need to click that subscribe button right now because I'm gathering the workout clips. We're going hard in the paint on the rookies, going over the rookie camps, the mini camps, training camps, plus your veterans. Whatever I find, it will be here. Click that button. Stop missing out. But we're going to be looking at Cam Akers. Two quick clips. They need to brighten up a little bit. Maybe I can brighten that up right here. But watch him move here real quick. We're trying to come back. Boom, boom. Up the ramp. Here's the next one. Let's see what he's going to do here. Get the ball. Plant step, step, move, back, forth. We're working out. Everything's to a limited capacity. This is a very small sample. We do not have a large sample of players coming back from Achilles injuries and going off. We don't have that sample. He's a free agent. Running backs are plentiful. NFL doesn't like paying for running backs. The odds are really stacked against him. The thing about Cam Akers, and you may not be a fan or not of his game when he was healthy in the league. He was a very explosive running back prospect. Wasn't super nuanced. Needed to really build up his vision and his patience towards the line of scrimmage. But when you look at these players coming back from an Achilles injury, you have to notice that we might be seeing a quicker comeback to some of these players coming back from this injury from what we saw like recently, a few years ago. And we're hoping for that. And even if you're not a fan of Cam Akers' game, you got to hope for him, or at least show some signs of a quicker recovery compared to other players of the past, because maybe a player on your team or a player you like, or just humans in general, experience this injury and they can recover and get quicker, better on the field. Maybe that could happen. Hopefully he does come back to some capacity. I do not expect him to be a top-tier running back ever or a valuable running back in fantasy football ever again. I'm not expecting that. But I am watching the recovery of these athletes coming back. It's very intriguing to me. And as a person, I hope he does make the comeback. I want to see him at least do something. Hopefully he gets with the team, gets some opportunities for his health. I like that part. Hopefully he gets better and he's able to at least show us, like, hey, it's capable of us coming back now. Science has evolved. We are getting better at coming back from this injury. Because prior, about half a decade or so, 5 years pretty much, we were seeing a lot of players bite the dust from that Achilles injury. A lot of players. He's come back twice. Maybe he does. He is a very explosive running back. Could help a team on the back end of a depth chart, maybe. Could be a developmental prospect still. Spent a lot of time injured on his career. That's really affected his development, considering he wasn't the most put-together running back prospect, and when it comes in terms of vision, patience, approach to the line of scrimmage. But boy, when he was healthy, when he was 100%, he had the explosiveness. There was that one clip of him, I think it was against Miami in college. He ran over this dude. He just smashed him good just because he can generate so much pop off the step. Will it come back? I'm not going to be a negative Nancy over it. But the Achilles injury is a very serious thing. And hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he comes back to some degree. And the fact that he's doing this now is a good sign. It's a very good sign. When the injury happened, like November 10th last year, and it's May 18th, that's a quick turnaround for him to be running like this, making some cuts. The caveat to that, devil's advocate, you're saying he's not going up against anybody. It's not super assertive. It's not super aggressive. Is he going to be able to be on an NFL roster for 2025? More than likely 2024 might be shot in the arm. He might get a camp tryout, maybe, depending on where he's at when we get there. He might get that. We got some thickness in the legs still. That's another good sign. We did not really deteriorate. I'm trying to look at them calves and ankles real quick, see if we got much deterioration. We don't have much. Also, he already experienced this injury once. The second time around, when it comes to rehabbing, you've been there before, so you know what to expect, what to do in your off time to help get you better quicker. That's one thing, and that's actually a real component to that, because it's not like you're learning how to rehab this injury. You already kind of know. So that learning process, those first few weeks, days, or whatever, isn't really there. You kind of like jump into it. You definitely are if you're an athlete. So that's something to think about when him coming back from this injury. We're not a young buck in the league anymore. At running back age, you're older. The thing about that, you're not a young running back. You're not old, but you're also not like 21, 22, 23 anymore. So now is a very important time to really rehab and get things right. Hopefully he comes back to the league. I'm actually rooting for him. I hope he does. And I hope he does, because it's a nasty injury. A nasty injury like that, seeing players like that rehab from and get better, come back to the field quicker, is always a good thing. It's always a good thing from a human standpoint to see humans get better and be more effective and get back to what they're used to doing. Cam Akers used to have so much pop off the step. He was very explosive. Hopefully he can get back to where he can get with an NFL team, make a little bit of money, show us that he's all right. That'd be great. Hopefully we get to that point. Hopefully. I'd be so happy for him if that happens, if we at least get to that point. On top of that, if he can demonstrate that, hey, I can come back from this injury, that means more players can do that too. And then the recovery process is letting us know that it's getting expedited. And soon, it's just not going to be death's door whenever we see a running back or any player rupture an Achilles, have a tear on the field, and we don't have to have our hearts sink every time we see that Achilles just rupture on tape. We don't have to. Well, we will anyways, but it won't be as dramatic because we know it's not death's door coming at us. Hopefully, these players can start recovering from this injury a lot quicker, be more expedited. Before, they weren't recovering from it. Before, that injury was the end of their career. Prior to that, before, some of them came back, but it wasn't a long game for them after that. It was the short game. It wasn't looking good. It was them being roster fodder. Hopefully, we can start seeing more comeback stories from this injury. Hopefully. I'm rooting for Cam Akers. I want him to come back. I want him to look good. I want him to do something. I want him to be able to do something. Hopefully. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.